This is the second location marked on the map. This mechanism clearly isn't a product of the fragmentum.
Behind this, we may just find our lab.
The gate's locked. How do we get in?
Let's look around first.
Another prospector.
It might seem disrespectful, but we should search the body for anything that could help.
Hey! It looks a lot like the insignia from those other two prospectors. And there's something engraved on the back as well. Riches are blinding. What does that mean?
I remember the previous insignia. Don't look back. Right goes astray. And now riches are blinding. Perhaps the clues are hidden in these words. Step aside. I have no interest.
My heart's racing with excitement.
Let's make it quick.
Yeah!
Naughty children, don't listen. Nap time.
The truth of life and death, revealed in an instant. This sanctuary is but a vision. Right!
My heart's racing with excitement.
Step aside. I have no interest in stoking conflict. The time is now.
My heart's racing with excitement. My heart's racing with excitement.
Let's make it quick.
Time for a shot. Nap time. This ideal I pursue. Life is precious because it is fleeting. Be patient.
Much better.
Clemency? Never heard of it.
My heart's racing with excitement.
Let's make it quick.
Naughty children, don't listen. You're in bad shape.
Step aside. I have no interest.
My heart's racing with excitement.
This will strengthen our position. Step aside. I have no interest in stoking conflict.
My heart's racing with excitement.
Let's make it quick.
Time for a shot. Savor the vigor.
Clemency? Never heard of it. The truth of life and death, revealed in an instant. This sanctuary is but a vision. Right!
My heart's racing with excitement.
Let's make it quick.
Naughty children, you're in bad shape.
Clemency? Never heard of it.
Wow! The key was hidden here. We really are a team of geniuses, huh?
There's also a note from a prospector. Let's take a look. It's probably a note from the same person. He brought a group with him into the Fragmentum, planning to make a fortune from the medicine. But they were chased off by the doctor making the medicine, who suddenly flew into a frenzy. If we combine this with the first clue, the story is complete. They were able to steal some wonder medicine from the lab, but were attacked by monsters on their way out of the Fragmentum, where they perished.
Whatever it was that transpired, we have the key. Let's go back to the gate. This will strengthen our position.
Alright, it works! The gate is open! Who would have expected a place like this in the Fragmentum? Incredible!
It must have taken a lot of ambition and persistence to construct a lab on this scale.
Hey, do you guys think this lab looks a lot like Natasha's clinic?
There are a lot of notes on the table. They were probably left by the doctor. Let's investigate. Maybe we can find some useful information.
He made himself a guinea pig in his own experiment? Why?
Perhaps he was overly confident. Or maybe he just had nothing to lose. If the doctor himself was infected with crystallization sickness, I'm afraid his current fate is unknown. He wanted to use the remains of Fragmentum monsters as ingredients in the medicine. Was this a desperate dream? Or just a madness produced by more failures than he could endure?
Hallucinations? Pain? Stress? Maybe.
This will strengthen our position. When he found that the medicine was initially effective, he thought he'd succeeded.
He'd stayed in the fragmentum too long, tormented by his sickness the whole time.
Hold on. The paper he used. No! Take a closer look. There's a watermark of the Silvermane guards in the bottom left corner. Only clerks of the Union use this. Why would a doctor in the underground have this kind of paper?
Maybe they just found it somewhere? After all, the fragmentum can have just about everything. Look at this. It's a nice trinket, but it doesn't really fit with the atmosphere.
That's a gift I gave Vosh.
Oh, Zila mentioned Vosh. He...
Is my brother. Or was my brother. A doctor who ventured into the devil's stomach alone and invented the wonder medicine. It must be him. Before, I was a girl with no home, wandering the streets of the underground. And then one day, a young doctor took me in. He took me back to the clinic and taught me about medicine. Gradually, I came to see him as family. The only family I had. But one day, suddenly, he just disappeared. It was like he evaporated into thin air. The handwriting on the notes and letters, it's just like I remember. Not to mention the ornament that March 7th found. And most importantly, I know he would be capable of doing something like this. Gentle and rather reserved. But when it came to medicine, he would change completely. He'd become obsessed. Whenever I made a mistake in an experiment, he'd criticize me harshly. And then a while later, he'd apologize and comfort me. Perhaps because I had grown up. He couldn't hide his secret from me forever. Vosh was never one of us. He was an overworlder, dispatched to the underground to keep an eye on us. When he took me in, it was all just to better conceal his true identity from everyone else. In the end, I was the only one who ever felt that we were family. In the years since, I've been constantly trying to forget that person. Who would have thought that he would...
What's going on?
What is that?
A monster of the fragmentum. But unlike any other we've seen. Could this be the object of Vash's experiment?
You sacrificed everything. All for an ideal that can never be realized. No matter what, I won't lose to you.
Step aside. I have no interest in stoking conflict. The time is now.
Careless of me. My heart's racing with excitement. My heart's racing with excitement.
Let's make it quick. The best defense is a good offense. Rules are made to be broken!
Naughty children, don't listen. You're in Dutch.
Clemency? Never heard of it. This sanctuary is but a vision. Right!
My heart's racing with excitement.
Let's make it quick.
This ideal I pursue. Life is precious because it is fleeting. Be patient.
Don't worry about me.
Let's make it quick. You're out!
Time for a shot. Savor the vigor.
Clemency? Never heard of it. The time is now.
My heart's racing with excitement.
Let's make it quick. Ha!
Naughty children, don't listen. You're in bad shape.
Step aside. I have no interest in stoking conflict.
My heart's racing with excitement.
The truth of life and death, revealed in an instant. This sanctuary is but a vision. Break!
Let's make it quick. Batter up!
Time for a shot. Nap time.
Clemency? Never heard of it.
My heart's racing with excitement.
Let's make it quick. Let's make it quick. Ha!
Naughty children, don't listen. Savor the vigor.
Step aside. I have no interest in stoking conflict.
Careless of me. My heart's racing with excitement.
Let's make it quick. Batter up!
Time for a shot. Nap time.
Whew! Oh, that was intense!
That guy was more difficult than any of the other monsters we've encountered in the Fragmentum. How can the work of one doctor...
People in the most dire of circumstances are often capable of unleashing unimaginable strength.
Vosh was a little strange, but he wanted to save the people suffering from crystallization sickness. He must have been a good guy deep down.
Well, he was a lousy brother. But his aspirations as a doctor, I never doubted.
There's still pharmaceutical equipment in the lab. What should we do with it all?
You can decide.
Is that a good idea? If we don't destroy this equipment once and for all, perhaps someone else will one day use it to make another strange medicine.
No, let's do as he says. If we spread word about the monsters down here and the terrible fate of all those prospectors, I don't think anyone will dare to come into the Fragmentum for any wonder medicine again.
Outsiders, you have returned. And you've brought Natasha with you.
It looks like you've been through a lot.
I trust you've been well since we last met, Oleg.
Very much so. Thank you, Miss Natasha. Come, tell me about what you found. So you're saying that you found a lab in the Fragmentum, and were able to cut off the medicine at its source.
We won't be seeing that medicine back on the market.
That's a shame. As far as I could tell, despite the side effects, it was a great help to many of the miners.
One should never rely on that kind of false comfort. One day I'll find a way to cure crystallization sickness. But the only way to completely prevent the terrible illness brought on by Geomarrow is to leave the underground.
I can't wait to hear of your success, Natasha. In any case, the incident with the medicine has come to a close. You've done well, Outsiders. Now, let's talk about your next assignment.
Not to say that I'm not, but I never said anything to that effect.
I understand, but young folks have to learn the virtue of patience. The next assignment has to do with Mr. Fursman, a foreman at the mines.
Huh, Mr. Fursman? Isn't that Hook's father?
That's right. Then I assume you've met him already? Very good. That should help things go smoothly. If you've met him already, let me cut to the chase. There are dozens of mines of various sizes down here. The one you went to is the largest, and Fursman is the foreman there. That mine is abundant in geomarrow. When it comes to taxes, it's got one of the best yields of all the mines. Quite a few miners have decided to settle in the vicinity. Of course, there's no such thing as an easy lunch down here, let alone a free one. Monsters are always running around causing havoc. The monsters are quite the headache for Fursman, and he's always on the lookout for someone to help him. The situation is more complicated than you think. Fursman is a stubborn customer. We don't exactly see eye to eye. I'm sure he knows that wildfire could help him out, but he doesn't want us to get involved.
Is there some past animosity between you?
Differing views and differing goals, I guess. Something for us undergrounders to figure out, and something of little concern to outsiders. The only thing you need to focus on is the assignment at hand. There's no fooling you. I could do with people like you by my side. It's a pity you can't stay here forever.
Chief, let me go with him. Maybe I can have a talk with old Fursman, as a member of Wildfire.
I don't see why not. So, that's the assignment. Go to the mines and find Fursman. He might get you to defeat a few monsters for him, or he might get you to do something else. Regardless, try to win him over for me. Anyway, it's getting late. Go and get some rest.
Danheng, what do you think about Oleg?
What do you mean?
What do you think of him?
Elusive. I can't see his true intentions.
Right. Sometimes he's really nice, then other times he's really gloomy. I feel a little uneasy helping someone like him.
For all we know, he probably trusts us even less. It's difficult to imagine what people who've been trapped underground for hundreds of years would think when a group of outsiders suddenly appears before them. If you were in his position, would you be completely at ease?
I guess you do have a point. Still, We're no ordinary outsiders. We're just a bunch of courageous and kind-hearted extraterrestrials, right?